Sent from Disneyland, history in our hand. So much to say about yesterday and the decades we have spanned. Postcards from the park, this journey will embark. See what has changed and what remains on Sent from Disneyland. Sent from Disneyland.
Welcome to the Sent from Disneyland podcast.
Here age relives fond memories of the past.
If it's your first time joining us, welcome. On this podcast, we'll take a journey into the past and explore Disneyland, Disneyland history, and more, with mementos, snapshots, souvenirs, and postcards sent from Disneyland, from 1955 to the present. Let's start by thanking my patrons from patreon.com. You can join in at any level to support the show and receive snail mail from my trips to Disneyland and from my desk, plus some sneak peeks and bonus content. Special thanks to Random Olive, the first patron to this podcast, and to the rest of the e-ticket patrons, Tania, Eric Daniels, Monica Seitz Vega, Scott Cagle, Russ Romano, Michael and Christina Cross, Angela Reynolds, Greg Gorley, and Sheila Harry. C-ticket patrons Serious Inquiries Only, Debbie Weinstein, Jennifer Schneep, Grace Coate, and Ben and Noel Bruning, B-ticket patron Joshua Bell, and to the A-ticket patrons Elise Sharp, Zealot Infinity, Alexis Robles, Angel DeBlock, Daps Magic, and the Beyond the Railroad podcast. I am your host, your post-host Clocky, and today we have 2 postcards sent from Disneyland. The front of our first postcard has 4 images of Disneyland, with the word Disneyland written in red in the classic Gothic font in the center. There's an image of Sleeping Beauty Castle and the Matterhorn, a keelboat passing the Mark Twain with the Matterhorn and the Golden Horseshoe in the background, an image of the loading dock of the Jungle Cruise, and the Monorail station with the Submarine Lagoon loading area underneath. On the back it reads, 1. Sleeping Beauty's Castle, 2. Mark Twain, 3. Jungle Cruise, 4. Submarine Ride. Disneyland, Walt Disney's fabulous Magic Kingdom, a place for the young and heart of all ages to find happiness and knowledge. It's postmarked July 25th, 1960, with 2 cancels, a Palos Verdes Estates cancel, as well as a purple Marineland cancel, and a 3-cent purple Liberty postage stamp, Scott number 1035. I assume they visit the park on Sunday, July 24th, 1960, when park hours were from 9 a.m. to midnight. The weather was a high of 88 and a low of 66. Park attendance that day was 22,010. It's addressed to Mr. and Mrs. Egon Berg Jr. of Wapakoneta, Ohio. It reads, Hello, we are having a fine time seeing lots of beautiful country, the Smiths. Continuing with the Disneyland Main Street windows, we move to Sam McKim. Sam was born on December 20th, 1924, in Vancouver, Canada. His family moved to Seattle, Washington, and then down to Los Angeles by 1935 for warmer weather due to his father's health conditions. Visiting a relative who was working as a casting agent at MGM, Sam was picked up as a child star to do TV shows and movies in the 1930s. During this time, Sam was up for his first job at Disney as the voice of Pinocchio, although he lost the job to Dickie Jones. While working in film, Sam drew caricatures and cartoons in between takes and on breaks, including making one of Jimmy Cagney, which Cagney then signed for him. His ambition at the time was to become a political cartoonist for a New York daily newspaper. While still in high school, Sam was offered a job in the traffic department, working in the Disney Studios Mail and Delivery Center, but turned it down. During World War II, both Sam and his brother David tried to enlist in the U.S. Army, but were turned down because they were still Canadian citizens. A year later, after obtaining U.S. citizenship, they enlisted. After serving in World War II, Sam enrolled at the Arts Center College of Design. He also resurrected his acting career, getting small film roles in movies like The Adventures of Mark Twain. In 1950, Sam was recalled to the Army to serve in the Korean War, and during his service, earned the Distinguished Service Cross and the Bronze Star. After returning from the war, Sam enrolled in the Chouinard Institute and was offered 2 different jobs in Hollywood. One, working in the art department for 20th Century Fox, or a supporting role in The Long Gray Line. He chose to go with the art department to follow his passion. During that time, he was loaned to Disney for a couple of weeks in the mid-50s to help with the concept art for Disneyland. His first assignment was drawing concept art for shops and restaurants in Frontierland, starting with the Golden Horseshoe. Sam also designed the landscape look for the Rivers of America. Looking at the book, Maps of the Disney Parks, Sam is credited with the design of the Tom Sawyer Island map, Also included in this book is a line drawing of a treasure map from February of 1966, as well as the interior attraction map for Pirates of the Caribbean from 1968. Sam is also credited with the attraction posters for the Submarine Voyage and the Alice in Wonderland attraction. Add some flair to your mail by checking out stamps at Enfield Post. You can explore different stamp options on our Etsy site, grab some great deals by following the EP Sunday Sales on Instagram, or create something special and have her design a stamp array for your invitation or celebration. You can head over to EnfieldPost.com and explore all the different vintage postage stamps you can use on your next card or letter. That's ENFIELDPOST on Instagram and EnfieldPost.com for your wedding and vintage postage needs. Enfield Post is the official postage stamp sponsor of the Sent from Disneyland podcast. The front of our next postcard has guests around the counter of the Carefree Corner, and you can see the guests signing the registration book. On the back it reads, "In Disneyland, visitors are welcomed as they register at Carefree Corner, official information center maintained by the INA Insurance Company of North America and its 20,000 local agents. Friendly service includes a souvenir gift, directions to Disneyland attractions, travel, and reservation assistance." It's postmarked April 14, 1963, with an Anaheim cancel, and the postage stamp has been removed. I assume they visit the park on Sunday, April 13, 1963, when park hours were from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. The weather was a high of 72 and a low of 43. Park attendance that day was 23,686. It's addressed to Mrs. Mame Lane of Chico, California. It reads, "Saturday afternoon. Dear Mame, goodbyes are no good, so glad we had none. Happy to have had all the time with you and to see how well you and Kane take good care of each other. I may have to move in someday. Love, G." After Disneyland had opened, Sam continued to work for the Disney Company at the studios as an art director, production artist, and storyboarding some of the live-action projects like Zorro, Johnny Tremaine, and the Gnome-Mobile. During the 1964-1965 New York World's Fair, Sam worked on sketches for the 4 major Disney attractions, It's a Small World, The Carousel of Progress, Ford's Magic Skyway, and Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. Sam went back to working for Disney Imagineering in the mid-60s, working on the Haunted Mansion, and later in the 1970s, working on the Hall of Presidents for Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom Park. His later work would include working on the EPCOT pavilions, like the Universe of Energy, and then doing some design work for the Great Movie Ride at Disney MGM Studios. Sam's probably most famous for his souvenir fun maps, which were created for Disneyland and the Magic Kingdom. These oversized souvenir maps were sold at the park starting in 1958. Not completely to scale, they would include characters, ride vehicles, and the general chart of the theme park. Sam retired from Disney in 1987, but was called back in 1992 to do a fun map for Euro Disney. Both of his sons have worked for Disney, one in Imagineering and one in feature animation. Sam passed away in Burbank on July 9, 2004 at the age of 79. Both Marty Sklar and John Hench enjoyed working with Sam, knowing the artistic skill he would bring to a project as well as his enthusiasm for his work. Sam was made a Disney Legend in 1996, and his first window on Main Street is located in Florida's Magic Kingdom and reads, "Golden State Graphic Art Studio. Latest artistic principles employed: Ken Chapman, Sam McKim, Paul Hartley, Elmer Plummer, Ernie Prinzhorn." His second window was added in 2006 and is above Plaza Point and reads, "Cartography Masterworks, Sam McKim. Map Makers of the Kingdom. There's magic in the details." My incoming postcard is sponsored by the Art Throwdown. Art Throwdown, or ATD, is a craft hour on Instagram, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern or 6 Pacific. Art Throwdown is a wonderful community of artists who love to share their craft, from creating sticker postcards and coloring techniques to intricate paper cutting and unique crafting. It's always a treat to watch a show and occasionally get some one-of-a-kind postcards from the group. Each host brings something a little different to each show. I'll list some of the regular hosts, or you can follow Russ Romano 2021 on Instagram. The front of my incoming postcard has a yellow background with a fern or kelp design in black. It's postmarked May 12, 2026, with a San Bernardino cancel and a Bruce Lee Forever postage stamp, Scott number 6055. It reads, "If you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you'll never get it done." Bruce Lee. Thank you so much for the postcard, Mojave Correspondence Club. The Bruce Lee quote reminds me of a Walt quote, which reads, "The way to get started is to quit talking and start doing." It's always interesting when I do research on how to pronounce a city's name. This week, with Wapakoneta, the YouTube video I watched to help with the pronunciation had an image of a movie theater playing the Jungle Cruise movie. I also learned that it was the birthplace of astronaut Neil Armstrong, although the postcard was sent 9 years before he would be known as the first man on the moon. The other interesting thing I found while looking at the postcard was the difference in attendance between Saturday, April 13th, 1963, with 23,686, and Sunday, April 14th, which happened to be Easter, with the park attendance of 8,889. Thanks for listening to Sent from Disneyland. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and tell your friends. It would also help to leave a 5-star rating and comment on whatever podcast platform you use. If you'd like to support the show financially, please check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/sentfromdisneyland. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Sent from Disneyland or my website, sentfromdisneyland.com. For questions and comments, send me a postcard addressed to Sent from Disneyland, P.O. Box 44, Hood, California, 95639. This podcast is not affiliated with Disney, the United States Postal Service, or any post office or Disney-related properties. Opinions expressed on this podcast belong to the host and guests of the Sent from Disneyland podcast. This podcast is produced and edited by Clocky McDowell, website designed by Misty McDowell, theme song was written and performed by Noah Sunday Lefkowitz. Take it away, Noah.